Cooper, I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude.
Here are stands in Piccadilly Circus.
Is gaming a sport? It's not a conversation that sane people have. Is gaming a sport? No, I'm not trying to ban it, but it ain't baseball, and it ain't football, and it ain't basketball, and it's not hockey, and it's not tennis, and it's not golf, which barely qualifies because you don't have to run. They're not playing a sport.
Up until 10 years ago, darts was considered a sport that up
Not
until
by me.
no, this is not just Ben Manco's world of sports. This is what the people out there know which are sports or not, right? So darts is a sport, and 10 years ago you could drink whilst throwing sharp objects at a board.
This is the World Championships.
In Anaheim, California, 5,500 excited fans cheered and gasped, watching on a giant screen as two players battled for the World Championship of the video game StarCraft II. At Chicago's Ignite Gaming Lounge, crowds lined up before midnight not to play video games.
On the blue side, it's Starhorn Royal Club.
But to watch the League of Legends World Championship being played half a world away in South Korea.
Like sports, you want to watch it live. You want to be there when something interesting happens. You want to be there for that moment and share that moment as a communal experience. It's very much like being in a crowd, only digitally.
They will stream all their practice sessions. I mean, these guys are playing 8 hours a day. They'll stream their practice sessions and they'll earn revenue from that. So you can stream via Twitch, or you can do YouTube videos, YouTube streaming, this kind of thing, or there are other platforms that stream it, so they get additional revenue. Effectively, all their practice sessions, they monetize. It's very clever. They live in houses. Optic are known for sort of they've got their kind of like manager and the owner of the team who kind of checks on them, makes sure they're all right. Because they're quite, young guys. They get the right nutrition. Someone comes in and gives them a bit of yoga.
Really?
Yeah.
But 8 hours a day, that can't be good for you.
Well,
staring at a screen.
Well, to be honest with you, like in my job, I stare at a screen for pretty much 8 hours a day.
Live in the Dell Gaming Arena, it's Counter-Strike Source. For the UK, they're the Anglo-Saxon faction that's always on top of the action. It's the Birmingham Salvo. And for the Bay City, these rowdy gamers are future Hall of Famers. It's the San Francisco Optics.
When we get on stage against Optics, we're going to destroy them. They're the worst North American team in the CGS.
How would they ever expect to beat us?
When it comes down to it, we're just gonna whoop their ass.
I'm looking for this to be a blowout.
They've never played us officially in a CGS match, and we're going to show them what's what.
One thing I have to say to the Salvos, I hope they got their bags packed because we're sending them home, baby.
Brought to you by Alienware.
Birmingham, are you ready? Yeah. San Francisco, are you ready? Ready, set, begin the match.
Here's the deal. You need a ball. You need a ball or a ball-like substance.
What about the games where you actually get to stand up like a Wii game, Wii Sports? I mean, it's a computer game and you're actually producing physical activity.
Then
That's
like
for the lazy kids.
Then what's the thing that kids do with it? Then like Soul Cycle is a sport. Like it's not. It's just an athletic activity. That's it.
Is yoga a sport?
No. Of
I
course
need
not.
All right.
You gotta keep score.
There's a very steep learning curve for yoga, though.
I'm going to tell you that right now, as much as you're prejudiced about it, I'm going to tell you that in maybe the next 10 or 15 years, you'll see something like this continue to go up because this is the way we are moving, and your sacred sport, baseball, is going to continue to go down before something passes.
Baseball has never made more money, never been more popular, ever!
Never.
Ever!
Here's a story that is on the cover of, is it For the Win? Is that a sport?
It's a great site.
The headline is Colin Coward attacks esports nerds in another angry rant. Christine, you said I was on the cover of what thing this morning?
Yahoo Sports. It says former ESPN host criticizes gaming again. I actually just Googled it too, and you're on the front of Fansided as well.
Okay, so here, listen, I don't mean to sound like an old guy because I tend to like young people a lot.
Like young people a lot.
But here's my thing. It's not that I'm anti-video gaming, but because I have a belief in life that how you react to criticism defines how accurate it is. And the fact that all these esports nerds are upset with me, I'm hitting a very, very sensitive spot. So basically, Turner Broadcasting announced last week they're launching a new Counter-Strike League that's going to be televised nationally on TBS. So this is basically going to be a league watching people play video games. And I was making fun of last week this moment from the EVO 2015 where a professional Guilty Gear XR player celebrated one round too early and ended up losing a match in heartbreaking fashion.
So smart, he couldn't burst because of the super. But Washiga thinks it's over! He won the last round! And the Rebel doesn't care! He still got 65 time!
Oh my God!
Washiga, no!
Washiga, not like this! What are you standing up for?
Your face right now is priceless.
Oh my God!
How can you not make fun of that?
Because what's wrong with them having fun? This is what they're good at. They like it.
Yeah. And then eventually they sit on a couch for months and months. And then we all have to pick up the tab on Obamacare because they never left their house for 17 years.
They're making money from
this.
Huh? I also have a video that I made of the winner of that little tournament. Here's the video I made. There goes Spencer. He's leaving the event and walking across the street to his mom's house, where he still lives at 29. He goes over to the refrigerator, opens it up. He's got a Hot Pocket. Oh, yeah.
Look at the cheese. Yeah, big night for Spencer. Now he's going upstairs to his room, a room where a girl has never entered. He sits down, look at that Star Wars collection, and goes to town on the Hot Pocket. There is your esports champion. I'm just going to I am not a friend of esports.